out. Them downshifts is crazy. Alright, so we get a little acceleration right quick. We'll go around this dude, but I ain't trying to drive crazy. What's up YouTube, it's your boy Will Motivation back with another video, and today we are at Project T-Rex right there, and we are talking about these two Lamborghinis that I have here on my channel. That is my Lamborghini Aventador, affectionately known as Action, and this is my Lamborghini Huracan, and my man Dr. Peters right here in town.
Going on.
You know what I'm saying? So this is the Huracan, affectionately known as Knowledge 2.0. So we got Knowledge and Action because that is what it took to get both of these cars. All right, so today we're going to talk about which one I like best, because a lot of people ask me if I had to keep one of the cars, which one would it be? Would it be the Huracan? Would it be the Aventador? Which one do I like best and why? And so today that's what we're going to talk about, and I got a little bonus footage. So for those of you guys that wonder how I am able to afford these cars, we are at one of my investment projects. This is Project T-Rex, because we are bringing a Ram 1500 TRX with the Hellcat engine. We're bringing that to the channel, and I'm showing you guys how I'm able to pay for these vehicles by doing investments like this. So this is an investment property, it's a new build. Hopefully with the profits, it'll be enough profit to cover my new truck. But I've also done investment projects to pay for the Huracan and investment projects that pay for the Aventador. So I'd like to take you guys along for the journey. So if this is your first time tuning into the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because we have some fun with these supercars. And I try to show you guys, like, the different thing about my channel is you don't just tune in to get knowledge about the cars, but you can also get knowledge about how to own a car like this with the hard work that was involved, at least for me, to be able to get these cars. All right, so let's talk about first things first. How'd you like to drive in the Huracan?
Oh man, it was excellent, man.
So you gotta get one of these, right?
Yeah, soon.
So Dr. Peters is in town, you know, hanging out with your boy Will Motivation. So we thought we'd bring out the cars and talk about them a little bit. So for those of you guys that don't know, this right here, this is a 2015 Lamborghini Huracan. It is a V10. It is, let me show you guys the engine. So it's got the Alcantara, which is kind of like a suede. It's got leather. It's got the red stitching. There's the inside, it's the cockpit. Cockpit, for anybody who wants to see, it's got the digital dash. So let me show you guys the engine and what's special about this car. There we go. All right, so V10 engine, and the heart of the beast is a supercharger from VF Engineering, and it makes this car crazy, stupid, fast, as you probably could tell. So let me show you guys a good look at the side view of this car. And honestly, the Huracan was my dream car and is still my dream car. I bought this car about 3 years ago. So let me show you guys side profile.
He get on the beat,
Oh Lord, Jesse made another one.
right, so there we go. That's the Lamborghini Huracan 610-4. It's all-wheel drive. It's a beast, but we got this 12-cylinder big boy Lamborghini Aventador. Alright, so let me show you guys quickly the interior. Oh yeah. Now, a lot of people, this one thing alone would make them prefer this car over the Huracan, and that is the doors go up. But on the Huracan, the doors go out like a regular car. But this has those Lamborghini scissor doors and them wings, man. The doors go up. For me, it's not really a big deal. The doors going up. I mean, it is like a stunner car. It's got the leather interior. You know, show you guys the interior. Let me show you guys the V12. There it is. The heart of the beast. Got some carbon fiber on the engine. It was nice and warm. But this car has been really reliable since I bought it. I think I got to get the clutch adjusted. So let me close this up real quick. Wanted to show you guys the engine. This is like the Batman car though. The one thing about this car is that while it's not faster than the Huracan is actually faster. So I know you guys probably gonna ask me which one's the fastest. The Lamborghini Huracan is by far the fastest, even before it had the supercharger on it. It's lighter and it has a better power to weight ratio than the Aventador, and this has a dual clutch transmission, so it's just faster. This has an old school e-gear style transmission where it's like an automatic manual, and the shifts are slow and brutal, but it's more of a Lamborghini, and this is kind of more of like an Audi, which can be good or bad. It's more raw. Yeah, this one's more raw for sure. And this one's more, you know, it's more refined and polished. But this one's a beast, man. He tell you got whiplash. we hit that throttle. Yeah. So for me personally, if you guys ask me which one do I like better, I would have to say, for those of you guys that have been watching the channel for a long time, there was a real big saga and story behind all of the effort that I had to put in place to get this car right here. This Huracan, Lamborghini Huracan, when I saw this car in the car magazines, I thought to myself, man, it would be nice to own a car like that. I didn't really have the roadmap to how I was going to be able to get it, but with a lot of hard work, with a lot of entrepreneurship, a lot of investing, I was actually able to get to the place where my investments could actually pay for these ridiculous toys. And so I bought a piece of land, I built a house on that land, called that project Huracan, and next thing you know, even before that project was finished, I had some other investments in place that put me in a position to be able to get this car early. But I finally did finish that project, and now that I'm done with that project, we got another car coming to the channel very soon. So you guys stay tuned for that new surprise car. Some of you guys probably have an idea what it's going to be. But, yeah, let me answer the question, man. This one, like I said, there's a story behind this. That one, the Aventador is, I mean, that's the quintessential Lamborghini. That car actually spits flames. So that one, yeah, that one shoots flames. This one doesn't shoot flames, it's faster.
It snatches souls.
Which one? Which one?
The Huracan.
He said the Huracan snatch soul. Shout out to Demonology. We're coming back for that soul. But nah, like really and truly, I'm gonna tell you which one I like the best and why. I like the Huracan the best, not only for sentimental reasons, because that car was actually, this is my dream car. Like, this will be the last Lamborghini or exotic car to leave the stable if I ever had to sell. But I plan on keeping this car for a long time, if not forever. So this one I like better, but let me tell you why. Not only for sentimental reasons, but this is really just a better car. The reliability on the Huracans is undisputed. There's Huracans on the market that have over 100,000 miles on them. I don't know of an Aventador that has 100,000 miles on it, but this Aventador has been pretty reliable. Haven't had any major issues. I think the weak point on this car is the transmission. Is, you know, if the clutch feels like it's slipping a little bit after I did a couple of hard launch controls on it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm probably gonna have to get it adjusted or get a clutch, new clutch in the Aventador, whereas the Huracan has been bulletproof. Another thing about the Huracan versus the Aventador, the Huracan, maintenance on the Huracan is a lot less than maintenance on the Aventador. So for example, oil change on the Aventador probably costs you close to $1,500, and the Huracan would probably be like half of that, you know, like $700. The Huracan is a lot better on gas. You can probably get over 300 miles per tank on the Huracan, and on the Aventador you might get 240, you know what I'm saying, before you got to fill this up. Like I drove this all the way to Florida. I had to stop a million times to get gas to fill that thing up, where in this car it does pretty good on gas, especially before I got it supercharged. It was really good on gas. But after I supercharged it, it started eating a little bit more gas. So that's another reason why I like this car. Now, styling, that's up for debate. Which one do you like as far as looks?
Gotta go with the Aventador.
Okay, so he's a fan of the Aventador in the looks department. Me personally, I actually like the looks of the Huracan a little bit better. But the presence, if you pull up to a car show or you pull up to a car meet, or even just pull up to a regular parking lot, that has more presence, that is more exotic. But for me and my personal taste, whoever designed that car is a master of design. That car, to me, the proportions of it, everything, the way it looks for me is perfect. This one, it's a little bulky in some places. I mean, it kind of reminded me of a Pikachu. What are those daggone Japanese things? It looked like a Pikachu in the front or something. Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff. People that think I don't ever drive my cars, because you might not see it in videos. I did a series, a 4-part series. I'll put a link in the description of this video and a card you can click on. But I did a 4-part series driving this all the way to Atlanta, from Atlanta to Miami, and then driving it back from Miami all the way to Columbus, Ohio. We put over 2,000 miles on the car like that. Now this one, I took it on a rally last year and put probably another 2,000 miles. Drove it all the way to Canada, drove it all the way down like through Kentucky and up through Chicago. Baltimore was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I took it to Mod to Fame Fest in Baltimore area. So I drive these cars, you know what I'm saying? But I work a lot too. So like, let's transition now into those of you guys that want to not only see these cars and enjoy these cars with us, but also understand what it takes to be able to afford one of these cars. A lot of you guys that tune into my channel, you already know. But for those of you guys that are tuning in for the first time and you wanted to see, you know, the Lamborghinis, for me, it doesn't make sense for me to do YouTube without sharing. You know, if I share the cars, I want to also share the knowledge of how I am able to afford these cars, and what have I done so that if you want a car like this, you can basically follow my blueprint and be able to get a car like this yourself. So the long story short, I own 3 businesses. One business is a software company, because I did go to college and I majored in computer science. I learned how to write code. I started a software company. The second company I started, which is the biggest company, I started a social network similar to Facebook. It's called HBCU Connect. And that's like my biggest business and what keeps me the busiest. But then also, when my businesses started doing well, my software company, my social networking company started doing well, I started investing in real estate. And if I did not ever invest in real estate, then I would not have these cars behind me. Because while I do make a decent amount of money and decent living with the software company, the social networking company, I could never justify putting that much money in a car like this because, you know, the next year I don't know how much money I'm gonna make because I'm an entrepreneur. I don't have any like huge long-term contracts or anything. I'm hustling out here. But I started taking some of the money that I made and I started investing it in real estate, which brings us to this project here that I'm gonna show you guys. But I started investing in real estate. Those real estate investments became rental properties, and I flipped a few properties and got into a really good financial position with the real estate that allowed me to justify parking money into these vehicles or even taking out loans against my real estate to put into a vehicle to enjoy the vehicle for a while. Maybe you lose $5,000 at the end of the day, maybe you lose 15, maybe you even lose 20. So you better have some appreciating assets to cover, you know, that investment in a liability versus an asset like a house. So now I bought, you know, my third business is a real estate investment company where I invest in properties. I either build the properties or I fix them up. So let's go around to the front of this house. I also teach people because a lot of people ask me after I started my YouTube channel, they asked me, can you show us how to invest in real estate like you did? I've never taken a loss on a property. I'll hold a property and rent it out before I take a loss. I'll flip it if the market is super high and make some money real quick and pay off my other properties. But I show you guys how to do that in my online course. Now, a lot of people realize, and actually Dr. Peters had to remind me, why don't you tell people about the course? Because I don't make my YouTube channel to try to make money off of people and push the course all day long. But you guys, a lot of people asked me to develop the course, and I did that. I spent like a whole year developing the online course to teach people how to invest in real estate and basically share everything I know. So if you're interested in learning how to invest in real estate like I did, then I'll put a link in the description of this video where you can purchase the course and learn how to invest in real estate. And it's very cost effective. Matter of fact, if you subscribe to my channel, you get a discount on the course. Just use the link below. But I'm going to show you guys a real world project. Like I said, this is Project T-Rex. I wanted to buy an investment property because I wanted to get that new Ram TRX truck. And I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do in this house. So it's a new build. I actually, you know, this was from the ground up. There's a builder that's building this community out. I bought it at a certain price. I bought it at $435,000 and I'm gonna make some enhancements to it, and I'm gonna turn around and try to sell it for $550,000.